of fate, Hermaeus Mora calls upon you to defend this world and all of reality. A secret contained for ages is now free. Where the once forgotten prince walks, disturbance and disorder follow. And that is how we will find her. A secretive and violent order called the Recollection scours ruins throughout the Weald. Strange Daedric creatures harry the region, and the wood elf King Nantharian reigns over a newly grown forest, a sure sign the threads of fate have frayed. The lines of possibility that weave through reality and hold everything together. Athelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths, has been set free. Her presence threatens both our world and the realms beyond. Help me meet this threat, and you will be rewarded. Let me mark your map. Frayed threads of fate point to Rustwall, the Ellenglin ruins, and Ostermere. And take this relic, the Echonir. You might find it useful. My friend Baragon offered his townhouse in Skingrad. Let us meet there when we are done. They are all within West Weald, not far from the city of Skingrad. Which location are you curious about? Rustwall Estate is an old Colovian manor to the southeast, on the outskirts of Skingrad. Why Rustwall is important, I cannot say. Yet the threads of fate have been disturbed there, and we need to determine the cause. I am not sure. That is why I asked you to investigate. Ostermere is a Colovian town in the Strid Vale, not far from the southern edge of the New Forest. I have heard stories about powerful groundquakes and enraged forest creatures in the area. The Valenwood Forest mysteriously expanded across the River Strid and replaced the previous Colovian terrain. The wood elves who settled the area call it Dawnwood. King Nantharian rules a new Bosmer realm beneath its thick canopy. Rustwall Estate is an old Colovian manor to the southeast, on the outskirts of Skingrad. Why Rustwall is important, I cannot say. Yet the threads of fate have been disturbed there, and we need to determine the cause. Ellenglin is a substantial Ayleid ruin that lies north of Skingrad. A lonely and peaceful spot, or so I have been told. Yet the threads of fate simply vanish in the vicinity. A phenomenon I have never observed before. We must determine why. Recently, the vineyards of the southwest portion of the Weald were overgrown with a thick forest. Now wood elves led by King Nantharian have settled the city of Vashabar. So far these settlers have been peaceful, but Skingrad is concerned. Very good. I do not know what awaits you at Rustwall, but look for our ally Baragon at Ostermere. He mentioned he had business of his own there. As for Ellenglin, I will meet you there. I am quite curious to see those ruins. It is an appellation I did not choose for myself. In my youth, I became dissatisfied with the traditional education of an arcanist. I desired knowledge my instructors could not or would not provide me. So I struck a bargain with the one who knows. I thought you would be familiar with that sobriquet. Apologies. I refer to Hermaeus Mora, Daedric Prince of Forbidden Knowledge. I serve as his agent in the mortal world from time to time, in exchange for secrets I can learn nowhere else. Among other things, Mora taught me to perceive the threads of fate. It is a talent few mortals ever master. As for the rest, let us say I have seen things most mages and arcanists can barely imagine. That is why I am sometimes called the Wise. Mora imprisoned her and made everyone forget. She posed a danger to all reality. Her scion, Torvasad, restored the memory of her to the world, and she escaped from her prison. Now the Prince of Paths is loose and somewhere in West Weald. That is not an easy question to answer. Ethelia is a Daedric prince. No mortal can match her power without assistance, nor can Hermaeus Mora move against her while she walks our world. He is bound by the Coldharbour Compact, while Ethelia is not. An ancient agreement that prevents many of the most powerful Daedric princes from directly manifesting on Nirn. Ethelia was imprisoned long before the deal was struck, so she and the Daedra that serve her are not party to its restrictions. Find her, observe her, discover her plans. Use the Echoneer to reveal her memories. Mora chose you and requested I assist you. He believes you can help preserve reality from Ethelia's threat, so we must trust that he shall guide us along the way. We know that Daedric relics such as the Echoneer were used to help defeat Ethelia in ancient times. Perhaps such items shall play a part again. For now, knowledge must be our weapon of choice, and our task is to arm ourselves as best we can.
Yeah!
I've got to find some help for Uncle Octavius and Pym.
Yeah! Yeah!
Traveler, do you know what happened to the cohort at Roswall?
Yeah!
Not a legionary in sight. Where are they? Look around. No people. Strange, right? I detached an entire Legion cohort to guard this estate, but I haven't found a single legionary. Not even a servant. What's your story? Do you know what happened to my legionaries? To protect the estate. I don't know if you're aware, but Westweald isn't the safest place these days. between the New Forest and the Wood Elf settlers to the west, and the rumors of cultists and Daedra stalking the land, I thought it prudent. Because I handle multiple matters for Count Calantius, and my cohort should have been able to fend for itself, the estate's proximity to Skingrad makes it a tempting target for enemy forces. Listen, help me find my legionaries, and you'll be rewarded. I hereby designate you a temporary agent of the Westweald Legion, just until we find my soldiers. We'll search the manor house first. I'll meet you inside. Keep your eyes open, comrade. We don't know what happened here. Well, it's usually a lot more lively. When Count Calantius isn't in residence or it isn't filled with visiting dignitaries, there's still the entire household staff. But so far, I haven't found a soul. No signs of a battle or struggle yet either. Count Calantius governs Westweald from the city of Skingrad. He's a shrewd leader. When dignitaries visit Skingrad, the Count offers them use of the Rustwall Manor House. It's the Count's way of, how did he put it? Encouraging positive outcomes? I sent my Legion cohort here, the best soldiers in the Weald. The estate's proximity to the city makes it strategically important. I wanted to make sure we weren't surprised from this direction. But something happened here. We need to find out what. I suppose introductions are in order. I am Tribune Alea Idolus of the Westweald Legion, Marshal to Count Calantius, daughter of Quatrius Idolus, Knight of Colovia. A mouthful, I know, but I enjoy reciting my entire pedigree from time to time. Faithful service to the Legion, plus a strong sword arm. I fought in Varen's rebellion and defended Colovia as the Usurper War broke out. After we won the battle for Northhook, I started moving up the ranks. Now here I am. It happened at the start of the Usurper War. The Daggerfall Covenant sought Northhook as a base from which to invade Imperial City. We didn't want them there. When my commander fell, I took charge. Eventually, we repelled the invaders. When the Usurper War began, the Legion sent me to defend our borders. Colovia has no love for those grasping to be emperor. We didn't want to get dragged into the conflict. Count Calantius heard about my exploits and brought me into his service. In addition to my duties as a Legion Tribune, I perform special missions for the Count. Right now, I'm looking into the various troubles plaguing the Weald. Rumors of cults and Daedra roaming the countryside, whatever's going on in the New Forest. It was the damnedest thing. In a flash, the rolling hills and vineyards were replaced by a thick jungle. And then those wood elves moved in and established the city of Vashabar. You can imagine why the Count is concerned. My father. He was a successful merchant, but I barely remember him. He died when I was very young. He left me a great deal of gold so I could study and make something of myself. I'm grateful for that. When I was of age, I joined the Legion. Seems everyone left in a hurry. Take a look around. Someone attacked the servant this belonged to. Servants light this when there's danger, to warn others away. Captain planned to hide, but where? We need to find Captain Laronis. Meet me at the barracks on the south side of the estate. Back here, comrade. I found Captain Laronis. What a loss. I found that letter clutched in his hand. The servants are hiding in the catacombs. Let's talk. The bloody clothes and the warning candle suggest someone or something attacked Rustwall. And we know Captain Laronis was working on a plan. I hope to find him alive, but the letter from the groundskeeper tells us more than we knew before. Not as grim as it sounds. The Count ordered the catacombs converted into a shelter a while back. He wanted a place for anyone in residence to hide should war sweep over Kolovia. Let's hope the rest of the cohort and the servants are safe and secure. Groundskeeper Gaius is a tough old hedge snipper. We need to find him and get his key to open the catacombs. Then we can see how much of the cohort and household staff survived whatever happened here. Let's check Gaius's home first. Groundskeeper Gaius's home is just down the hill to the east. Whether he's there or not, we need to find that key. We fought side by side at North Hook. He was brave, but never foolish. Always took every engagement seriously. A lot of soldiers would be dead right now if not for him. When I received command of the cohort, I requested he join me. About 3 rungs on the command ladder hierarchy. I lead the cohort, but Captain Laronis usually served as our field commander. While I handled strategy and logistics details, he oversaw the forces on the ground. Gaius? Are you here? It's Tribune Alea.
Tribune? Thank the Divines. Are they gone?
Who, Gaius? Who attacked Rustwall?
I'm glad to see Tribune Alea, but she certainly took her sweet time. We've had all sorts of problems here. Did you bring reinforcements? Captain Laronis sent the remaining legionaries and staff into the catacombs. Then he was going to call for help. Dead? Damn shame. He was tolerable as far as Legion officers go. He had a good plan, too. While he hid everyone who was left in the catacombs, I was to keep watch until help arrived. I even stashed the key in a safe place in case the enemy found me. It had to be some sort of enemy army, but all I ever saw were a few wood elves sneaking around the grounds. We need to let everyone in the catacombs know it's safe to come out. Can you go retrieve the key and take care of that? I stashed the key inside the old statue in the garden. Don't worry, I'll draw you a map. Just be careful wandering in the garden. We've had an infestation of odd bugs recently. Odd and dangerous.
Grab the map and let's go. We need that key. The gardens are just east of here, down the hill. The Rustwall Gardens. Our map indicates a spot on the western side. These insects, they're from deep underground. What drove them to the surface? That's the key. Now let's go open the catacombs. The door is across from the barracks. Move out. We need to find my cohort. Down there. That Dremora giving orders? They called her Shard Marshal Vargas. And those Wood Elves? They're part of that recollection cult that's been spotted in the area. We need more information, comrade. Let's press on. Not as much as I would like. They're one of the possible threats on my list to investigate. Some sort of order or cult made up mostly of Wood Elves. And now I know that they're apparently working with and taking orders from Daedra. A Daedra barking orders to those recollection fanatics. Never heard of a Shard Marshal before, but I assume it's some sort of rank. Every new thing we learn just leads to more mysteries. It's damn infuriating. This furniture was meant for the comfort of dignitaries who took refuge here, not for these recollection bastards.
over by the gate. Hate to bring bad news to the Tribune, but I'm the only member of the cohort left. Those Recollection zealots killed legionaries guarding the estate until we sent whoever remained down here. That's when we walked right into the Daedra's clutches. I got lucky. I fell behind to adjust a loose bootstrap. When I heard the attack start, I slipped into the shadows and have been running ever since. Look, the Daedra have a portal. They're filling the catacombs with Daedric forces to attack Skingrad. It's in the ruins, down in the deepest part of the catacombs. Two magical anchor things keep it open. Tribune Alea is strong, and you look like you can handle yourself. While the Recollection hunts me, you need to destroy that portal. Go east, and you'll find where the Daedra dug up from below. Drop down and keep going east. You'll know the portal when you see it.
Legionary Capio is right. We need to shut down that portal. Down into the ruins. We've got to close that portal. Capio said the Daedric portal was to the east. The portal! Destroy the anchors, comrade!
Defend the anchors! Maintain the portal! The anchors! Stop them! Retreat!
That closed the portal. Good work. Now, let's find a way out of here.
This way, Tribune. Follow the tracks.
Over here, comrade. Let's talk. My cohort almost completely destroyed. The Rustwall staff almost all dead. Even Shard Marshal Vargas managed to slip from our grasp. While we closed the portal and saved Skingrad, it feels like we failed, comrade. The threads of fate? That sounds ominous. But after what we saw down there, I'll keep an open mind. We learned that the Recollection cult is working with Daedra and taking orders from Shard Marshal Vargas. They got damn close to invading Skingrad. With the portal closed and the Daedra on the run, the remaining Recollection forces aren't enough to threaten Skingrad. But I'll get the Legion to send more soldiers, just in case. Here, the pay I promised. The Legion always makes good on its debts. Consider your temporary commission suspended, comrade. Though I'd love to have you permanently assigned to my cohort. I plan to continue to look into the Recollection and Shard Marshal Vargas. I hear there's a wood elf in Skingrad doing the same. I'll send for more legionaries to clear them out. As many as we can spare. With the portal closed and Shard Marshal Vargas on the run, they shouldn't pose too much of a problem. That's up to Count Calantius. I'll advise him to keep legionaries at the estate even when no dignitaries are present. Problem is, we don't have many left to allocate here. The Legion isn't what it once was. What with the Empire in disarray.
There you are. Finally. I just want to talk.
Here!
You again!
Oh, please help! It's all destroyed.
Resty? You there! Let's help these people!
They say Molar Grunda guarded the gatehouse on the chasm. I didn't see her, nor did I want to.
I'm glad you happened by. This woman will be fine, but there's plenty more injured in what's left of the village of Ostermere. Maybe you could help me find them. The ground could shake again at any moment. We need to hurry and save whoever we can. Greenspeaker Sorrelin sent me a letter, asked me to meet her here. After I arrived, the ground rumbled like an angry timber mammoth. Whole buildings collapsed, trapping people. When the new forest appeared, it damaged the village. This may end it. Apparently, a few months back, what was once rolling hills and rich Colovian farmland was suddenly engulfed by this great forest. Look, help me rescue more Ostermere survivors. Then we can find Sorrelin. I can toss you some coin for your efforts. Inside the village, listen for any calls for help. People could be buried under rubble or trapped inside collapsed buildings. Just watch out for the strange beasts. They appeared after the ground shook. And keep an eye out for Greenspeaker Sorrelin. Keep your ears open. Follow any shouts for help. Clear the rubble!
Thank the Eight. I thought that was my grave.
My sister's trapped! We need help!
It hurts so much.
These creatures
sister.
only exist in the Dawnwood.
I know, little
They
bug.
look so
Please
strange.
help me move this. Thank you. I'm never coming back here.
The vines won't let me go! Thanks. Even the plants want to kill me.
You're safe now. Go join your family.
Sorelen, you're alive!
Baragon! Oh. Who's your friend? I had no idea the ground would shake so violently when I asked Baragon to meet me here. Nature is nothing if not unpredictable. I also didn't expect him to bring a guest. So, who are you, friend of Baragon? Helping people in dangerous situations sounds just like Baragon. Can't fault him for accepting help. I asked him to join me in Ostermere because I found something amazing, miraculous even. He needs to see it for himself. No. The only way Baragon can understand this discovery is by experiencing it himself. How about we all see it together? It's down in the Ayleid ruins nearby. I'll show you both. It truly is remarkable. Baragon's an old friend. He'll appreciate my discovery. I hope you do as well. The ruins are to the southeast of the village. Meet me outside the entrance when you finish helping survivors. I can't wait. Green speakers are a vital part of any Bosmer community, and I cherish my role. Shaping the green is an art. It involves merging my voice with the song of nature and guiding how things grow. We don't control nature. Instead, we have a conversation.
Sorrelin wants to meet at the ruins east of here. Let's go. Wildburn seed? Not sure what that could be, but the handwriting at the bottom, that's Sorrelin's. The handwriting at the bottom of the note is definitely Sorrelin's. Running into ruins alone is just like her. But I didn't expect the recollection to be here. She's heading into more danger than she realizes. I've never heard of a seed, but the Wood Elves of Vashabar use Wildburn to refer to the strange blight along the edge of the New Forest. Worry about that later. Let's focus on finding Greenspeaker Sorrelin before she runs afoul of the recollection. The recollection consists mostly of Wood Elves, fanatics to a cause I haven't quite pinned down yet. If there are more of them in there, we'll probably need to fight. Come on, let's head into Rustwall? That's too close to Skingrad for comfort. What were they doing there? And I've heard of Tribune Alea. She commands a Legion cohort and handles special tasks for Count Calantius. If she fought the recollection, I should look her up. Daedra? Oh, that's not good. Now it's even more imperative I figure out exactly who the recollection is and what their goals are. Maybe we can learn something in these ruins. Just that it's what the Wood Elves of Vashabar call the narrow band of devastation that runs along the northern edge of the New Forest. It separates the rest of Westweald from Dawnwood. Those vines, that's the entrance to the ruins. Let's find Sorrelin first, friend. The place is thick with the recollection. Zoralin's up ahead. What's she looking at?
Do you feel it, Baragon? The grandeur of our history.
You're right. These ruins are incredible.
Follow my lead.
Do you feel it? The power of the Ayleids pervades this place. Millennia separate us from the Heartland High Elves, but I can feel their legacy flowing through my blood. It pains me to see their glory buried in these ruins. This was all for Baragon's benefit. You're just an unintended spectator. I brought Baragon here to remind him of his Ayleid heritage. The recollection remembers their past. This land belonged to the Ayleids, and we Bosmer are their rightful heirs. Not at all, but some of their beliefs match my own. All that aside, I wanted to show Baragon what I found. A new type of seed. It's similar to what we Greenspeakers use to grow and shape tree villages, but different. It thrums with unique potential. Bug shells! Surprise ruined! I wanted to show him the wild burn seed. Talk to him. Discuss the recollection, both the good points and the bad. I suppose he'll want to take the seed before the recollection does. I suggest you hurry. They're close. The wild burn seed grows deep in the ruins. I suggest we split up. I'll lead the recollection on a merry chase while you and Baragon find the seed. And don't worry, I'm sure we'll meet up along the way. And Baragon, remember your history. This style of architecture dates back to the late Merethic era. It combines majesty with practicality, so probably a place for Daedra worship and training. These Ayleids seem to have been particularly fond of someone they called the Prince of Paths. As I said, I plan to keep some of their attention on me instead of you. After that, well, I'm very stealthy. I have no doubt I can elude their patrols. And if I do get into trouble, I'm sure you and Baragon will come to my rescue.
Watch your step! has a point. These ruins are too wondrous to let sit forgotten.
See, Baragon? The Colovians built atop our heritage! They buried it all! I thought I could convince you that we'd find the Wildburn seed together.
What? Sorlin, come back! Now she's up on the ledge.
Join me, Baragon. The Recollection needs wood elves like you. We can finally claim our rightful inheritance.
You're with the Recollection? Cracked acorns, what are you thinking? Follow her. Sorlin joined the Recollection? But they're murderers! Oh, this can't be right. I just need to talk to her. Blight and root rot! Maybe she's under a spell or a curse or something. Let's hurry. We need to get to her and that Wildburn seed. Blight and root rot! How could Sorlin join the Recollection? They're murderers! Watch your step! my lead. Those doors. Let's try there. We need to find that seed. Sorrelin, talk to me! I can't let you take that seed!
I won't fight you, Baragon. There are other seeds than these.
I'll go after her. Grab the seed and follow after me!
Recollection seeks justice, Baragon, for all Bosmer!
Spilled blood and displaced families aren't justice!
We've been friends forever! Why won't you trust me?
The Recollection destroyed this village! Who knows what other harm the rapid growth caused?
I thought you'd understand! I thought you had vision! Goodbye, Baragon!
No, Sorrelin, wait! I couldn't catch her. I've known Sorrelin for almost my whole life. I cared about her, considered her a friend, perhaps more. Why didn't I see that she had been taken in by the Recollection? Maybe I could have done something. Blight, this hurts. She always claimed Ayleid land belonged to the Wood Elves, but that was purely academic before. Sounds like the recollection promised to make it real. Could be why they wanted the Wildburn seed. Speaking of which, did you get it? I've never seen a seed like this before. It feels wrong. You're working with Leramil, right? She needs to know what we discovered here. Meet us back in Skingrad. I have a townhouse there. Oh, and take this. You more than deserve it for helping me. Sure, my lifelong friend joined a violent cult, but you and I actually did some real good today. We saved people in Ostermere and kept this seed away from the recollection. When you're ready, meet Leramil and me at my townhouse in Skingrad. I'm not sure. They certainly spout rhetoric that matches many of her closely held beliefs. I thought those beliefs were simply musings, but the recollection seeks to put them into deadly practice. Be sure, when next we meet, I plan to ask her why. I have little experience with either, so any speculation is merely a guess. If Ostermere was truly the epicenter of the new forest growth, the land there could simply be unstable. Or perhaps Y'ffre shook the ground to warn us and get our attention.